Hello and welcome back to Cox & Co Brewing. We have an MYO make your own American style IPA, which we brewed about a month ago now, and it's ripe for the picking. It's ready to drink. I think the last time you saw us, we had just about finished brewing the beer, which was a very simple process, and say again that if you're thinking about getting into brewing, it's definitely a kit that I would start with. Really simple process, not much faffing about and not much equipment. So not a lot that you can get wrong. Not many ways you can alter the recipe. But really quick, easy and simple to do, and you get 20 litres of beer for like 15 quid. So no one's going to argue with that. So picking up from where we last left off, we had just finished the brewing process, and then, well, I'll just show you the video, it's simpler.
Okay, so we're 10 days in, and now we're ready to add our hops. Ooh, that smells slightly citrusy. All I can think of to say is it smells like beer. It smells nice. I'm going to try and put them in.
Considering that, you know, that's a packet that's got to sit there for like 8 months. Do you know what I mean? Like on a supermarket.
Stayed fresh.
But ours, you know, we have to have them in the fridge.
Mm. Well, these have obviously got some kind of
Can we see in there?
preservative in there. They look the same.
Yeah. Huh.
They smell nice. I'm going in. Do I just tip them in?
Yep.
Now we've got just 3 more days to wait.
So we had a couple of problems with the temperature of the room that I was fermenting in. It was my garage and we were going through that heat wave in the UK. So trying to keep a bucket cool. I made no attempt at keeping the bucket cool in actual fact, but I just thought I'll let this one rip through. I'll just see where it takes me, and like if it doesn't get too affected by the like fluctuations of the temperature, then you know maybe it's proved some of the things wrong that I might have been worried about.
We added hops into this swan a few days ago now. Fermentation seems to have stopped. What's our temperature? 22, 24. It's a little on the warm side, but it did say between 18 and 25 degrees would be good. Ooh. Yeah, we just sprinkled our hops through here, and I'm wondering if they might have just sat there. I'm hoping they got mixed in.
So the hops you get is a 50-gram blend of Centennial and Chinook to be used as dry hops. I don't know what was used in like the liquid malt extract. Maybe they used some hops during that. Probably both of them, but I don't know because it doesn't tell you. Then when we add them as dry hops, we're just getting the aromas, which is going to be aromatic pine, citrus, kind of floral. I think Chinook's more like earthy, a little bit spicy, but we will see when we taste. I'm just expecting it to be as labelled, just crisp, dry, straightforward, no messing, American IPA.
It is close to bottling day for the make your own American pale. We've had 23 litres of it sitting in the garage. We're just cleaning everything now. We've got PBW in here, sanitizer in there, and a clean water bath here. So once we've used PBW, I'm going to wash it with the clean stuff, sanitize it, and then hopefully we'll look at bottling. But apparently if it tastes sweet, then fermentation isn't complete. If it doesn't taste sweet, then it's ready to bottle. Okay, let's go. So that's...
Ooh! Get a little squirt there. Don't pull it all the way to the top, I guess, is the lesson. This might be in our bottle actually, so we need to make sure this is all cleaned. And finally, we'll sanitize it.
So just run some sanitizer through it. We're going to be using the bottling wand. You might have seen us use that before. Basically, liquid only comes through when this is pushed down. What I should probably normally do is leave this to soak, so it does break down anything that was left on it. But I did a really deep clean after I used it last time, so I'm only just sort of rinsing it through right now. Okay, let's just open this up, see what we got inside. Well, there's a good smell from it. Oh, yeah.
Looks grim on the side.
Yeah, it is going to look grim. Yeah. Wasting the beer. Right. I haven't quite figured this out, have I?
I knew that was going to happen though.
So let's look at this. We have a very light coloured beer.
Looks so much lighter than it does in the bottle, in the tank.
Yeah,
thing.
it's good. So it's quite hazy.
Mm.
Bottoms up. It's definitely not sweet. It's quite light, slightly hoppy, quite on the bitter side. No real mouthfeel at all. No creaminess, but it's just a really light, sort of American style IPA.
I was going to say, were you expecting?
No, well, what I was expecting is to just have a hoppy, light pale ale, and I think it's exactly what it is.
Perfect.
Perfect. So, it's bottle.
So my brother and I actually started making this beer just as the lockdown rules were starting to ease and we could have people or like family members around at each other's houses. He actually was really curious about it and got really into the beer, and then actually went and bought himself the kit and made the same thing like 2 weeks later. Inspiring others to get loaded. Making your own beer is great.
So that's dried hops in there and quite a lot of dead yeast. That's why we've put the hop sock over the bottom, because it was all being sucked up into the bottles, which is not desirable. So lower the bottle, the siphon draws the beer through, and it's quite an effective way of bottling. Bosh.
We got low necks, tall necks.
A lot of this he was laughing at my expense because, you know, I'm probably not fun to be around when I'm making beer because I'm just so on edge that something's going wrong. Especially when I can't remember if I've added a carbonation drop or not to a beer, then I'm worried about explosions.
That's got one in.
You can see
it clearly. Is this one?
Need a system.
I thought I had a system.
Hold it. You can see at the bottom if you look through. Nothing in there, is there? Oh, there is. Oh, no, that's my finger.
Still can't see that one. Probably good. So, starting there. Well, I lost my place where I'd added the carbonation drops. So all of a sudden I might have like over-carbonated beer.
Do you remember that?
No. Which one did I do? That one? It's tough work, isn't it? It's what I like about this. There's just no guesswork.
Why? When's that guesswork?
When you're adding in a teaspoon of sugar.
Is that what you have to do with the other stuff?
Yeah. Okay, that is a wrap on the bottling day of your make your own beer. And I haven't done any counting, but that is a lot of beer. Just have a look at the dregs in here now. Yeah. Got all the bottling done in about an hour and a half. Now I'll just leave it at room temperature for about 2 weeks. Let the last of the yeast do its work on the carbonation drops, and then hopefully in 2 weeks' time we'll have some good tasting beer.
Let's have it. Cox & Co. Nice. Okay, so this is what we're expecting from this. A crisp, dry, American-style IPA with spicy citrus hop aromas and a firm, satisfying bitterness. I just read that. It's going to come out, we didn't do any readings on this, but it's supposed to be like 5.6%. Colour's deep gold. Check this glass out, it's a beauty from Polly's. Nice. Okay, let's pour. Okay, it's quite clear. We are getting deep gold. They're right. White one finger head, It's much clearer than the other beer that I made. Getting beer. Taste. Ooh. Yeah, it's got that bitterness. It is very dry. It feels like it sucks the moisture out of your mouth. in a good way. Nothing lingers. It's just straight through, no mouthfeel, smooth, crisp, dry. I mean, it is what it says on the tin. I've got this pretty chilled. You can see a little bit of sediment at the bottom, but I'm doing a pour, trying not to stir it up too much. Oh, this is a 500ml bottle and I only added in 1 carbonation drop. Still quite lively. Got some nice bubbles in there, nice activity. It's nicer than your average cheap can of lager. And there's something about it that tastes much better because you made it. Even though there's a little bit of a microwave meal kind of thing going on. You made that, you conquered it. I think this is a perfectly fine beer to make, say if you were going away with the lads, turn up with 20 litres of beer, and that lasts you a couple of hours on a Friday. I think it's a great beer to just hand out at parties, or just to have in the fridge, backup. Because if you are getting into homebrew, I imagine that you're going to be experimenting and you're going to be wanting to be a bit more creative with your beers. But this, I think, would be a great go-to to just have in the house for any occasion. I think that's a review.